All right. We are live. So, I thought I would do a live video. Call this one The Future of Inbound Closing. I don't know if anyone's watching this right now, maybe one or two people, but the reason why I want to do this, I want to make it a little bit of a Q&A as well and talk a little bit about the future of inbound closing. What are my thoughts after 6 months of starting this journey and what's going on and all this kind of stuff? And if anyone comes on that's interested in inbound closing and maybe understanding a little bit more about how it works, all that kind of stuff, feel free to ask any question and hopefully I can answer it. If not, maybe I can point you in the right direction and get you some resources. But what is inbound closing to begin with? It is a form of sales where businesses have a product or service that they're selling, and they hire a team that takes sales calls. Basically, they take leads and convert them into sales. So instead of them going out and cold calling and all that kind of stuff, you actually get the leads sent to your calendar, and then you set it up so that you can find a time to call these people up on the phone, and then you basically try and sell them packages. And they're usually of the high ticket nature, usually above $2,000. Below $2,000, you can pretty much sell the packages online. But if they're $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, that's where you need to get on the phone and be able to talk with the prospect over the phone. Sometimes it takes 2 phone calls, especially if it's $10,000 or more. Sometimes it involves a few more touches. So right now I'm involved in an internship with the Sales Sniper. If you don't know who that is, feel free to go check him out and go check out his YouTube channel. I've been following him now for a few months. So as far as I know, the internship is closed, and it's for the next 12 weeks. This is the beginning of week 1. And basically, it's like a boot camp. I guess they could have called it a boot camp as well. So they provide training for you a couple times a week. And then you are given one account, and that'll be coming up in the next 3 or 4 weeks. I believe everybody gets an account that's in this internship, and there's about, I believe, 60 people. So they all get an account. We're not told what kind of account it is just yet, but I'm sure we will. So part of this internship is to groom us for the possibility of either working directly for Sales Sniper. There might be a couple of people chosen at the end of this 12 weeks, or a client of their choice. Maybe there's a good fit for a handful of people, or everyone in the internship, to work for an organization. That could be, you could be an appointment setter, you could be a triage, you could also be a closer as well, which is what the goal is for everybody in the internship, is to eventually be an inbound closer. I think that's what everybody wants to be. Now, the question is, will everybody make it to that level? Probably not. There'll probably be a small percentage of people that will make it to that level. And if you are at the end of the 12 weeks, if it might even be before the end of the 12 weeks, which is kind of interesting in itself. So if you're exceeding in role plays and you stand out a little bit in training, there's a good chance you could be put into a role right away, just depending on your experience. Excuse me. It just depends. So again, if you guys are watching this, I'm talking about the future of inbound closing and a little bit about my 6-month history in regards to inbound closing. If you have any questions for me, where the money at? Hey, it's the real Charlie Brown, aka Charlie Brown. So I'm just talking about the future of inbound closing, and I think right now it looks like the future is pretty good. It's pretty good. There's lots of businesses out there that are looking for inbound closers, and I could name a handful right now, including Sales Sniper. Like I said, they have an internship which is closed right now. Who knows? Maybe if it's a smash, if it's successful, maybe they'll do it once every 6 months. Who knows? But there are other organizations like, for example, Ted McGrath's Message to Millions. I know from time to time they look for inbound closers. They call them enrollment specialists. You just have to send a video resume to Ted McGrath's team. Sonny Lenarduzzi as well with YouTube Accelerator. They are often looking for inbound closers as well. The criteria for that is obviously you have to be experienced at selling $5,000, $10,000 items, packages, and you have to be very familiar with Close.io, a fantastic software which I am trying out now, and I subscribe to it and all that good stuff. So yeah, there's lots of stuff going on, and I think with this whole pandemic, more people are looking for an alternative source of income. The nice thing with being an inbound closer or being an appointment setter is you can do it from home, and there's commissions available. It could vary anywhere from 5%, 10%, 15%, depending on your level of experience. Obviously, if you're used to selling high ticket packages of $5,000 or more, you could probably expect 20% commission. I'd say that'd be safe. Once you get beyond 20%, it gets a little bit iffy because then you're kind of tapping into the revenues of the company that hired you, and it may not be sustainable. It'd be pretty tough to charge a business 50 or 60% commissions, and then they're spending all this money on leads and building up, webinars, and they're hiring people, virtual assistants, all this kind of stuff. And then you come in and say, I want half of all the money coming in. Thank you very much. And all I'm going to do is just sit by my phone and take the phone calls. It doesn't work that way. Not at all. You got to work pretty hard. You got to figure out ways to separate yourself from the herd, if you will. And it's in the internship, it's competitive, but it's also friendly competition because people are trying to help each other get better as well. And the only way that you can do it is if you're helping each other through role plays and giving people advice and tips and all this kind of stuff, because there's a lot of pressure when you have to do a role play in front of Matt Ryder or in front of Jeremy Minor or the legendary Marco Cortese, a savage himself. So yeah, it's just it's kind of an interesting structure. So I'll keep you guys posted. Obviously, I don't want to share too much of the top secret stuff, but I can share my progress and how things are going and all that kind of stuff over the next 12 weeks. Like I said, I think there's a few people watching here, but if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask away. If I can answer it, that'd be great. If not, there might be some people on here that can. Maybe the real Charlie Brown, the legendary Charlie Brown himself. He's always got answers as well. But yeah, I thought I would do a live stream, and then maybe every once in a while just do a quick little update as to what's going on and all that good stuff. I think right now, what time is it in the UK, in Australia? Let's see here. It is 11:40 a.m. in Australia right now. So they're just getting rocking and rolling here. For me, it's almost 8 o'clock at night. Nothing else better to do than to work on my YouTube channel and try and get this beast going. I'm on my way to 300 subscribers. So my goal is to get to 1 million subscribers. Shouldn't take too long. Shouldn't take too long at all. Only took me 6 months to get to 200 subscribers. So if you do the math, yeah, that's eternity to get to 1 million. But hey, one good video, one explosive video can get you there. But yeah, so I think the future of inbound closing is here to stay. There are companies that are putting more courses online. They're building digital courses. They're creating webinars, all kinds of stuff. Like just about every day you see an ad by Grant Cardone for his Cardone Capital webinars and all this kind of stuff. Guaranteed there's a team ready to rock and roll to pitch you once you register for his webinar. He's just a genius at marketing, and if you don't believe me, then just go sign up for his webinar and see what happens. And who knows, maybe you'll be selling real estate as well, because he promises to teach you how to become a billionaire through real estate and do exactly what he did. Exactly. So there you go. So yeah, this is just a little snapshot, trying to do a little bit more of the live stream. And I think the next time I do a live stream, I will have some more in-depth topics to talk about, and it'll be more of an update as well. And what I'd like to have, obviously, is more people on here to be able to do a live question and answer. If they're like, you know what, is Sales Mentor any good? Like, should I take the accelerator program? Should I take the Done For You program? What's the Done For You about? What about the certification? Should I take that? Should I take the Sales Sniper? It's called the Sniper Code. It's a weekly program. Should I do that? Ted McGrath's Message to Millions. He teaches you how to build a course from scratch and how to get people enrolled and all that kind of stuff. So when I took that course, I was like, this is great. I now understand how to make a product, but you also need to know how to sell it. So that's what got me interested in the Sales Mentor. Was I needed to up my sales skills. And I wanted to learn how to do that, craft it, hone it, sharpen it. And then, of course, I came across Sales Sniper. I've been following Matt and his crew, his savage crew, for the last couple of months. So, great organization. And if you don't know anything about Matt Ryder, just check out his YouTube channel. He just hit 1,000 subscribers about a week ago. So he's actually exploding. I think when I first saw his channel, I think he was at about 600 subscribers. So now he's at 1,000, which is pretty cool. Sales Mentor is at about 300 subscribers. So that's kind of weird because they have a couple of videos that are over 1 million, which is kind of interesting. Usually that's not the way it works. You usually have a small channel at the beginning, and then you get a few followers. few subscribers, a few views, maybe 100 views here and there, and that kind of stuff, and then it starts creeping up. Eventually, you get one video that's maybe 1,000 views, or maybe 10,000 views, or something like that, and then you make a few more videos, and eventually you start getting momentum that it gets to the point where you're getting subscribers every day. And I feel that's kind of where my channel is right now, is I'll get at least 1 or 2 subscribers every day now, which is organic as well because of all the video content that I've put out. I've probably put out about 150 videos, and I know some people think I've done 150 videos in one day. That was a long Saturday. I had nothing else to do that day, so I cranked out probably like 10 videos in one day or something like that. But I had lots to say. So yeah, if you are thinking about getting your name out there and all this kind of stuff, I would strongly encourage you to build your own YouTube channel as well, because that's where people can find you as well, especially if you have a business, maybe you have a website, whatever it is. You can talk about your business, and then you can point people to your website as well. I am in the process of revamping my website. You can go there right now. I think it's still called gravityconsultant.com. You can go there, check it out. I have it all set up and everything, but I built it myself, so I'm not a web designer. I just know enough to be dangerous. So I used Thrive Themes is what I used to build that site, and then I also subscribe to Aweber as well. So I have probably like a dozen emails ready to rock and roll. So when somebody goes to that website, they sign up, they get a free PDF. Um, and then I just follow up with them for the next 10 days in emails while I'm building my YouTube channel, while I'm building my sales skills, all that stuff. My website is kind of doing its own thing as well, bringing leads in. So that's kind of cool. And like I said, I'm going to revamp it a little bit, make it more like Inception. So I got to do that. I got to find somebody to maybe design the website for myself. I want it to have a look and feel of Inception. So that's my plan moving forward. And yeah, so man, we have so many people on right now. It is ridiculous how many people are on a Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. I think we have 2 people right now. It's amazing, utterly amazing. I'm giving out gold right now, gold information. Here's a gold nugget for you. Number 1, invest in yourself. How do you do that? If you want to become an inbound closer, you're going to have to invest in yourself. You're going to have to buy a course. My recommendation, I have 2 of them. One is to buy the Sales Mentor course for $97. Gives you everything you need to get your feet wet. Doesn't give you experience. If you want a little bit more experience in role plays and all that kind of stuff, then I would check out the Sniper Code. And that's with the sales sniper himself, Matt Ryder. And it's a weekly program. Basically, the first week, I believe it's $35 Aussie. And then the second week is $50 Aussie, which is about $40 US. And you just pay weekly. And there's training in there. Once in a while, Matt will pop on there, and they have lots of goodies in there, scripts, all this kind of stuff as well that you can tweak and make your own. And then also you can book a role play as well, which is cool. Basically, I think it's Monday to Friday. You can do role plays like all afternoon. So that's kind of cool. Anyways, that's it for this. I have nothing else to share other than if you want to learn about inbound closing, here's one channel, which is mine. My goal is to share a few videos at least every week on the whole process of inbound closing, what it takes to become an inbound closer. First thing, of course, is to take some courses, get some sales experience under your belt. And really, at the end of the day, you're going to have to learn how to be a hunter There's no way around it. You just have to learn how to get your own leads. That's why I built up my YouTube channel, because I, I want it to be a place where I get organic leads sent to my website. So if I'm talking about a particular course that I have, I can send people to my website. And you're talking about exposure as well. So if there's an organization that is considering maybe hiring you, they can see who you are, they can see your work ethic and what you're doing on a daily basis, all this kind of stuff. So I pretty much make a video, feels like almost every day. I've probably missed a day here and there and that kind of stuff, but I'm trying to get it to a point where I have to document my process. Because if I can document my process, when I get to the next level, if you will, a full-time inbound closer, I can come back, maybe use this material as a course, or maybe people can see what it actually took to become an inbound closer from scratch, which was for me 6 months ago. And you can go back on this channel and see my very first video of when I bought the $97 course, and you can check it out. And you can see my emotions going up and down. This is working, this is not working, this is a scam, this is not a scam, what's going on with the world, all this kind of stuff. And then yeah, and now I'm interning right now. So I think the future is bright, very bright, very bright. So yeah, if you're curious about the whole inbound closing, you could always email me at thegravityconsultant@gmail.com if you ever have any questions. Obviously, I'm on here pretty much every day as well, so you can always comment in one of these videos, and I usually respond within a day anyway. I know things are going to start getting busier, especially if I have an account and I have to start calling people and booking appointments and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, um, I probably won't be able to make as many videos because it's kind of like at the beginning you got time to make videos, and then as you get deep into it you won't have as much time making videos, which is a good thing because then you're making more money. It's kind of cyclical as well, and then when you do pop onto YouTube you actually have something good to say. So there you go. So I hope that helped. Hope this is helping somebody out there if they're on the fence and they're like, you know what, I'm thinking about making a change, and I want to do something a little bit different, but I want to be able to do it from home, that kind of thing. Then I think you might want to consider the option of becoming an inbound closer. And it's not an easy process, but the rewards on the other side of it are pretty amazing, and the potential is there. Obviously, there's always potential. But yeah, that's what I would say. I would suggest that people look into it, take it serious, practice role plays, practice the software that I mentioned, close.io. It's a free 2-week trial. Learn that stuff. Maybe it's Salesforce if you want to learn that as well. I came out of Salesforce, and so far so good. I like it. Yes, it's definitely worth it. 100%, especially if you're getting like there was a course. I don't know if you're here for that, but I mentioned the Sales Mentor program, the accelerator. It's $97. That gives you pretty much everything that you need, as the real Charlie Brown can attest to. It's really all you need, really, to get started. It doesn't help you become an inbound closer within 21 days, but because of all the companies that are starting to reach out and look for serious inbound closers, there is money to be had. There is transactions happening every day, and I'm seeing it around me, and I want it to be a part of it. So that's why that's why I'm making this YouTube channel, is to share with people, and if you have a job, don't quit your day job. Figure out a way to work around it. Like for me, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, bust my ass to be done by noon so that I can be on the role plays, I can be on the sales calls, all that kind of stuff, and pretty much try and free up my afternoon. And then in the evenings, I make stuff like this, YouTube videos and all that, to try and help people out as well. And like I said, the accelerator is the way to go. And role plays, man, if you can do, if I did it again, I'd pretty much do the exact same thing. I would pay for the accelerator. I would go through everything and I would role play and I would network with as many people as I could to practice. And then I would start reaching out to organizations. For me, one of my methods is to pick a handful of people on YouTube that you follow. Like, for example, if you like Dan Locke, you can follow him or whatever. But I mean, people that you like and respect and follow and all this kind of stuff, and just figure out how they move into this space. What is their organization about? How do they treat people? How do they treat their employees? All this kind of stuff. Learn a little bit of their culture and then start applying for that job. Start bugging them a little bit. Send them some memes here and there, and just use software like Close.io or your calendar, if you will, or an Excel spreadsheet, and just write it all down. Go, okay, I approached Sunny Letter-Doozy with YouTube for Bosses. I approached her and I sent her an email. And in 1 week, I'm going to follow up. Maybe 3 weeks after that, maybe 2 months after that, but I'm going to keep following up until I get a response, that kind of stuff. And then you just go down the list. You create a handful of people that you want to work for. And then you just start contacting them and reaching out and getting their attention without bugging them to death. There's a way to do it. You just have to get their attention. So yeah, hope that helps. I don't know if you're still on, Matthew, but any other questions? Like maybe you can ask another question, like, what do you mean by worth it? Like, are you talking about cashola? Are you talking about quitting your job, that kind of stuff? What are you thinking? Is it worth it? Like $97 is nothing. If you're skittish on $97, it's probably not for you. But the accelerator, and I've watched a couple of videos, haven't committed fully yet because I'm still on the fence about it. The accelerator really is enough to get you going, my friend. Watch all the videos and start role playing. You can network with people in the Facebook group. Are you in the Facebook group? So if you're in the Facebook group, that's a great place to be. Yeah, and you have to watch all the videos. Like, really, it's well worth it. I forget how many videos exactly because I have all the courses, but there's tons of information there. And I'll probably go back and watch it again. It's just once you get to the point where you're starting to reach out to clients and you get a gig here and there, you're not going to have time to watch all those videos again, because you're going to be responsible for accounts that are coming in. And all of a sudden, before you know it, you're going to get like 40, 50 emails, and you're going to have to follow up on these people, and you're going to have to call them. And maybe they've been through the system once or twice, and you got to know what to say. So I don't even have Facebook yet. Well, you need to get on Facebook. Create an account, get on Facebook, because when you're in Accelerator, you get with like-minded individuals that will role play with you, because you can message them and chit chat with them and ask them how things are going. You build great friendships. I have a couple of friends that I've met on there, and I have friends that I've met because they're on the same journey as well. So yeah, excuse me. I drank a lot of coffee tonight, so It's 8 o'clock. Hopefully, I can go to sleep tonight. Does that make sense? Get on Facebook, watch all the videos. I would say don't do anything else, but watch the videos. Take lots of notes. And when you're done that, if you get stuck on anything, you don't understand anything, just message me. You can always email me at thegravityconsultant@gmail.com. I have an inception email. I just can't remember the name of it. I have so many Gmails. It's crazy. But yeah, just let me see if I can type it out here. That way you know. Gravity Consultant at Gmail. This is my private email. Private top secret email. So yeah, just message me on there if you have any questions about the accelerator or anything like that. And who knows, maybe one day I'll do a role play with you. Like I said at the beginning, there's either two things that you have. You have a lot of time, but you don't have income. And then eventually you have a lot of income, but you don't have time. So if you have a lot of time, I would say pour everything you got into the accelerator program. I also mentioned Sales Sniper. It's a weekly program. If you have extra change for that, it's always have to convert from Aussie. So it's $35 Aussie for the first week, and then it's $50 a week after that. And you can cancel at any time. There's a huge button that you can cancel. If you're not happy after a week and you're like, yeah, I've learned everything there is to know about being an inbound closer, cancel it. Cancel that baby. No pressure whatsoever. If you like it, you keep it. So it's pretty straightforward. So I'm not sure what you mean by you haven't fully committed yet because you're still on the fence about it, but you bought the accelerator program and you've watched a couple of videos. So I'm thinking you're still trying to think about becoming like investing time into an inbound closer, which is fair because it's not easy. It's not going to be an easy road. If anyone's telling you it's easy, they're probably trying to sell you something. So it's not easy because you got to, especially if you have a full-time job, you got to figure out how to do stuff outside your 40 hours of work, role plays, connecting with people, training, all this kind of stuff. That's all in addition. We haven't even talked about you getting on the phone and then trying to close people. We haven't even talked about that part yet. There's so much. If you look at it like an iceberg, I know this has been used quite a bit, but basically the training of inbound closing, it's all under the surface and you get a little bit. This is this little tiny peak right here. This is inbound closing right there. But the rest of it is all the other stuff that's underneath. That's it's what people don't see you do. That's where the magic happens. That's where all the blood, sweat, and tears happen is after hours when everyone else is going to sleep and they're asking for, you know, if there's a training session, can I'm busy that day. Can I get a replay of it? Can I can I watch it later? Whatever it is, it's on at midnight. It's on at 2 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Do I have to watch it that late? Yes. Yes, you do. Yes. Just make time for it. Figure it out. Figure out your schedule, adjust your schedule. Like for me, I have to get up super duper early because I got to make everything else work around that, around my schedule. My job allows me to do that, which is pretty good. Not every job can do that because as soon as you're not in the office, they're like, what's going on? Where are you? And I've been there. I've been to jobs like that where you're on a movie set somewhere and all of a sudden the boss is calling you, where are you? And you can't answer your phone because the director just yelled action. So you can't return the call. I've been there. Been to a ton of jobs, and I think I've shared that in some of my other videos. Been fired from a ton of jobs, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting story in itself. But I would say check it out, check out the programs, watch the videos. If you don't want to invest any money, then there's lots of free resources out there. Holy smokes. Again, start with Sales Sniper. He's got tons of videos coming out just about every day. He's got a new video out there. So, yeah. What else can I say? What else can I say? Is it worth it? So far, so good. Yep. Any other questions? Anyone else wanting to know anything about inbound closing? How the commission structure works? How much experience do you need? Thanks for the email. Definitely message you. Need to motivate myself more to watch. Yep. Yeah. No, that's funny. Yep. Just the easiest way I think to motivate yourself is to just go look in the mirror, have a quick look, and then see if you're happy where you're at. And if you don't do anything, what's going to change in the next 3 years, 5 years, if you don't do anything different? Sometimes you need that little bit of inertia. You need a kick in the pants. And that's the only way that you can initiate change. You have to change your patterns. You have to get out of that mindset and just try something new, something different. And if it doesn't work, oh well, you got a skill that you can use for life in some other arena. Maybe you'll be a car salesman or who knows what. I don't think it hurts learning sales skills personally. I do not think that ever hurt anyone. If anything, it makes you a little bit more confident in public. One of the things that I did, this is kind of a crazy story, but I'll share it to all of you. There's two of you out there. I tried my hand at stand up comedy because I had a fear of speaking in front of people. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do this thing. So I went, did a 1 hour training with, I forget what the guy's name is. And he was a really good comedian. And so he just taught us a little bit about the ins and outs and all this kind of stuff. And then I signed up, uh, put my name in a hat. I decided to go to a place where they had um, basically walk-ins. You just go there and you just show up. And I did that, and I put my name in the hat, and I think I was the bullet. I was almost one of the first guys up. And being a Christian, usually I go to church every Sunday. Now it's a little bit tougher with the pandemic and all this kind of stuff. But I was trying my hand at being a stand-up comic, and I went to this one pub, and I'm like, okay, I don't care where it is. I'm just gonna go, put my name in the hat, and stood up on stage. And then the MC announced, he said, "Welcome to Going to Hell Sundays." Yeah, I'm not kidding. There was a ton of Satanist comedians, if you could believe it. Guys that were like, I don't know if they were members of the Hells Angels and all this kind of stuff, but they were probably the roughest crowd. And my jokes were like, what do you get when you get two pastors running into a church that's on fire? And I don't know, just crazy stuff, like just stupid stuff. So mine is like clean. There's no swear words, nothing. And the guys after me are all cussing and swearing every second word and all this kind of stuff. And they're making fun of the church and Christianity and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, what did I get myself into? So I did that for a year, 1 year, not that same place. I never went back there again. But my goal was within a year was to hit every single club. And I did that for a year. Yeah, so that's kind of a crazy story. Tried to be a professional wrestler. Tried that for a little while when I was about 20 something. Wanted to be like Bret the Hitman Hart, so I tried my hand at professional wrestling. Tried that for a little while. I got offered $50 to do one match. That was a pretty good day. Oh, yeah, I did lots of stuff, man. Lots of stuff. Got to shoot people on movie sets. Got to kidnap people. All kinds of stuff. So it's one complete circle when you think about it. So yeah, I'm just kind of rambling right now just to see if there's some more people coming on. So again, if you're new, basically talking about the future of inbound closing. And as I mentioned earlier, the future is pretty bright. There's more companies looking for inbound closers, telemarketers, if you will, people that can close high ticket offers over the phone. Could be usually it's over $2,000 package. If it's less than $2,000, they don't really call that a high ticket offer. But yeah, if you have any questions, just feel free to message me in this chat. It's live. We got so many people right now. We got 4 people. This is amazing. We're on our way to 300 subscribers. I know I'm a little bit away from that, but YouTube is a bit of a bitch. I'm not going to lie. It takes a while to create videos and to upload them and all that kind of stuff. It eats up a lot of your time. And so because I'm in this internship with Sales Sniper, which is closed now, but it's for the next 12 weeks. As far as I know, they're not taking any more people. As I progress through that, I'll probably have less time to make videos because right now I'm making a video almost every day. And as you start getting more leads and making more income in that, your time quickly dwindles down and gets used up. So right now I'm here. If you have any questions, if you're thinking about becoming an inbound closer, now's the time to ask a question. What is it? How much is it? What does it involve? All this kind of stuff. So the biggest thing that I could say to you is network. That's the big thing. Get on a Facebook group, start networking with other high ticket closers. Offer your services, especially if you have experience, and start reaching out to them. Take a course or two. Maybe it's a accelerator program for $97, or like I mentioned, going on to Sales Sniper, the sniper code. It's $35 Aussie, and after that, it's a weekly charge. It's $50 a week after that. It's just a drop in the bucket, really. You're getting so much information from them as well. So yeah, what else can I talk about? Talked about just about everything. I tell you about the time I almost got shot in Minnesota. I ever tell you about that? By the police? You're going to like this story. I was going to Bible college, of all places, in Bloomington, Minnesota. And my friend was getting engaged to another one of our friends. And he came up with the idea. He thought, you know what? Why don't you guys kidnap me? Wear ski masks, come into the campus, kidnap me, throw me into a white unmarked van, and drive out of here. And then I'll get my girlfriend at the time, Marlene. I'll leave a note. Eddie can leave her a ransom note that she has to meet me under the gazebo, and I'll propose to her. And I was like, this is genius. What could possibly go wrong? So 4 of us donned ski masks, and Eddie was like 400 pounds. He wore a ski mask. And so what we did was we went and rented a white van. No markings on it, of course. Why would you have any markings on it? Rented the van. We knew where Tim and his girlfriend Marlene were hanging out. So we had the music cranking. There was about 4 or 5 of us in the van. Screamed into the parking lot, grabbed Tim, threw him into the van, drove off. One little note, because we had the music blaring, we didn't hear the tires screeching bloody murder. So I guess there was a few neighbors that called the police and said, we don't know what's going on. Some armed guys with ski masks, guys with guns in a white van, grabbed the guy and abducted him. That was the report. That was the police report. So the police got the signal that there were suspects with ski masks in a white van, which was us, armed and dangerous. Shoot to kill. If you see these guys, they are armed and dangerous. Shoot to kill. I'm not kidding you. That was their MO, was to shoot first, ask questions later. So we dropped Eddie off at a payphone, and then we told him to call Marlene, tell her where to meet Tim, and then we took Tim, dropped him off at the gazebo, took her ski mask off, all that kind of stuff, and just kind of went back to go get Eddie. And Eddie's walking along the sidewalk, and he never took off his ski mask. So he's walking up and down the street waiting for us, 300 pounds, 400-pound guy with his ski mask on. So we pick him up and we're like, dude, why do you still got the ski mask on? You're outside of a Circle K store, a Red Rooster or something. You look like a robber at a payphone. You're just nuts. So we pull in to the parking lot to go see how the proposal went. And there's Tim and Marlene with a whole SWAT team and other police officers there, and they look at us as we're walking towards them, and Tim is like shaking his head like this is not good. The cops are all looking at us. They're mad at us. So the four of us show up, and they're like, you guys are idiots, all of you. Did you know that we were out to shoot to kill you guys? Like we were going to do that. We were going to seriously shoot you first, ask questions later. And this was in Minnesota. Yeah, that Minnesota. So yeah, it was a close call. We could have been shot, and if you're just new to this live stream, you have to back up and watch this video. But I told a story about when I was almost shot twice. I didn't tell you about the second time. There's another time where why not? Why not tell the story about another time that I almost got shot by police? This will be a quick story, though. I was at a hotel, managing a hotel, and we were doing some role plays with my friend. I had a cap gun, I had a video camera, and we were practicing shooting, like doing draws on each other with the gun. I draw on him, give him the camera, draw on him, pretend I'm shooting him, and then I give him the gun, and he was on the other side of the counter. I was by the till, and I had the camera, and I was fiddling with the camera, trying to make it work and stuff. And he had the gun, and he was going like this to me. He's like, you son of a, and pretending that he was going to pistol whip me. So I'm managing a hotel. I'm behind the till. He's pretending to pistol whip me. Somebody drives by and calls 911. Yeah. They called the cops on us, those buggers. So anyways, phone rings. It's the cops. They're on the phone. And I answer Holiday Inn Express, and they're like, "Is everything all right? We just got an armed robbery in progress." I was like, "No, that's just me and my buddy. We're just being stupid. We're being idiots." And she said, "Okay, this is what I need you to do. I need you to put your friend on the line, and I need you to walk out and do exactly what the police officer said." And when I looked, there were squad cars all over the parking lot. And she said, "I need you to do exactly what I say." So I'm like, okay. She's like, "Just walk out backwards with your hands up." I'm like, okay. Pass the phone over to Kelly. He gets on the phone and he's looking at me and he's like, to me, he's like, "You're an idiot friend." So anyways, I go out. I put the cap gun in my pocket and I walk out, turn around. I'm walking backwards and they're like, walk backwards slowly with your hands up. And I'm like, I have a cap gun in my pocket. I just realized that. So I told the officer, I said, I have a toy cap gun in my left hand. And he's like, take it out. I'm like, dear God, if I pull the gun out, he's going to shoot me in the back. So I said, I don't know what I said. I blacked out. He grabbed the gun, pulled it out. He looked like he was going to pistol whip me. And he said, do you know how stupid you are right now for doing this? We could have shot you. All we had was there was an armed robbery in progress. I'm like, I know, I've heard this song and dance before. So, anyways, I said we were just kidding around, we were just joking, and he lost his mind on us. Holy cow! He's like, I gotta run you downtown right now and put you in jail. Anyways, that was the second time that I was almost shot. Anyways, there you go. There's a couple of good stories for you. But yeah, so now I'm in the process of becoming an inbound closer. I'm being groomed right now. So whether that means being an appointment setter, triage, inbound closer, who knows what it is. We'll see. 12 weeks. 12 weeks to glory. 12 weeks to greatness. We'll see. So yeah, if there's no other questions, I will sign off. I got to get up early in the morning. Thanks a lot for this massive crowd right now that is gathered around this channel to learn about everything about inbound closing. It's amazing, amazing. Anyways, I'm going to sign off. Ciao. If you have any questions, my email is also in the chat box, thegravityconsultant@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. See you later.